Hello everybody, this is Loki and welcome back to Phoenix Wright. So we're gonna go ahead and continue from where we left off. We have to go the hallway. Present the store. Let's see if we could unlock these locks, shall we? Lotta, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop. What I want to know are the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that they're my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm gonna say that you were looking into a scandal. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfunny scandal between Ron and this person? Take a look here. This woman. She's Adrian Andrews. Adrian Andrews, Matt and Jared's manager. The Neko Samurai's manager secretly meeting with his rival, the Jaman Ninja. Would it be the hottest? It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah. You gotta have that. That's it. News sauce? You mean news source? That's it. Show me something that showed that one guy had something with Mr. Andrews. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. German Midnight Rendezvous. Sometimes it's like really hard for me to pronounce certain words at times. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager, to the stars, Mr. AA. Mr. Kurita didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Enger's manager, Adrian Andrews, she was the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were looking around Mr. Kurita's door last night. We got her. We definitely got her. Now, so I'm hoping for a good Christmas for everybody tomorrow. Looking into Mr. Kurita and Mr. Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop at catching them in a secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. No longer breaking news. What should you say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, that's true. At least I do. That's what I was doing, getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Then spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there. Already finished up writing up my spicy article, you know. Is it like flaming hot spicy? Or mild spicy? But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself is gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They run off together. I came here for my big story. I didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell ya. What's with people now, anyways? I never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Okay. Looks like I have to move to the criminal affairs department. That the temperature said they had a investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal? Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence to me are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die if we can't stay positive. No, right? I don't want to move, I want to talk. So, what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the detailed pal, but there are 2 big pieces. 2? And both of them are in this photo. First is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of the injured. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy, it's obvious. They're Matt and Guards. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So, what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Mr. Old Bag. I thought so. What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... And I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anybody. Her blab knob is stuck on 10 and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, she won't shut up about anything. Yeah, well, Mr. Old Bag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Edgar come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way! Okay, can I present the magazine clipping though? We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Cardita? Why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was... So... I don't even know how to say her name. And she was the one Cardita's manager. But that's the manager. But that's not all, pal. But wait, there's more! Mr. Impact was Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Mr. Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor, a woman who was both Mr. Cardita's manager and Mr. Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have nothing to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? Yeah, might as well. She was the victim's manager, also Mr. Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence? Aha! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Then why don't you head back to Germany? You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a trigger in my mist. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy, you have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait. Please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's payout, quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? That was. Oh, he's back! Hey there, buddy. Long time no see. But long time, right? A person. This is Mr. Edward? What am I gonna do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Franziska. You. How dare you show your face without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even run away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time managing perfection in this country. You. She looks so insulted. You seem to be crushed under the weight of all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumption to yourself. Who's the fool now? I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix, right? I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Yeah, when you lose to me. Still, it's the same wild mare she always was. Let's see if I have to tap them. I know I probably have to. Yeah. I thought you, the prosecutor Mouse Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick? I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you gonna run tomorrow, child? You heard her, right? That wild mare has given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. I think he wanted to, he was gone for a year because he wanted some self-reflection and think about what he wants. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I would say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What's that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? Does that mean he wants to work with me? And help me out? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, is it available to you? I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what's going on inside his head. A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Karma is still my mentor. And perfect win record is proof of von Karma. 1 year ago, you cannot establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? I think your motivation for prosecuting Childs was so selfish. It's been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead at Edgeworth. I see, then let me ask you something. Why did you stand in the courtroom? What's your reason? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. Save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are representable to me, even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot have to yet to learn. Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Okay. But then I had to present her profile. And this woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Dwan Rita's manager. And then a few months later, she died. But her death was real suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle we have yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing and no one could find it. Suicide note that just vanished, huh? Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide of that. There's no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impact had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. That's true. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Juan himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had the chance to hide her note. He hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. So it's unknown for sure that there was really a note. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the report, part 1 anyway. Part 1? There's a part 2? I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, there are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has two parts. What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second half. Second part of the report is about attempted suicide. The attempter's name? Adrian Andrews. It almost happened to her. What did she do? She tried to kill off herself. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to off herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wanted. That's true. Just because a person looks fine on the outside does not mean they're fine on the inside. Always remember, guys, be kind to other people. You never know what they're really going through inside their minds. Because everyone's like fighting something that no one knows about. Always be kind to yourself and to others. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she always trying to hide. Secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of that, what that woman is. Yeah, you don't really know the real people. Because sometimes people are really good at hiding parts of themselves. People are really good at that. What's this about Mr. Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Miss Impact. And why did Adrian Andrews think about doing that? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will, but why would she? Maybe because she really cared about her mentor? Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Miss Impact, was gone forever, that's why. Why would that? Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And when she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of the dependency on others. When Miss Impact suddenly committed suicide. The world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. And then that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible, man. I feel bad for her, man. That's why you always never know what a person feels on the inside. You never know. Okay, I'm gonna see. Go to Tension Center. Find out. Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. I've already told you everything I know, dude. Okay, I'm gonna have to move back up over here. Get over here. Well, and then over here. Oh, Mr. Andrews is here. But looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska Vencharma. Miss Vencharma. What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss Vencharma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that detective with the little beard. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. What's that? Electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know what that fools every move. So that noise we heard with this receiver. I feel really sorry for the poor detective, don't you know? Yeah, I feel bad for him. Poor guy. Now then, let's just stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews? Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Let's see. I have to become his manager. He's a pleasure to manage, but it's nice disposition. Andrew does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying my manager, right, Mr. Nick? Let's see. I can't really do that yet, but I have to show this. I have to unlock the locks. All four of them. Why was Juan Gradina murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason why he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engar's life in danger by your action? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Gradina. You were not that close? That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that. You and Mr. Gradina had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you had the half of your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into the story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see, however, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to him? As if there's such a need. You didn't get close to Mr. Karina for this person's sake? Miss Impact, your mentor. How do you know about her? Miss Impact, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was the one treated manager. So I believe you got close to him so you could find more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slummy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid, Miss Andrews. And there was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. I accidentally clicked out. Whoops. I have to do that again. That way I could get back up over there. You know what I wish? I wish I could, like, at least unlock all the ones that I already have unlocked. So make this go fast. I already read all this already, so. And I have to look at the thing here. Yeah, no one knows why. Okay, let's see. I have to take a look here. Present suicide report. No, was never found. Was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Karita. One? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with him. I sat by quietly and listened to your insulting rumblings long enough. It's like, how dare you! It's true that she was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. Just proof that she was someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, did you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying on only yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that's all just a lie, a facade. Yeah, she like painted behind a wall or behind a mask. You've always searched out people on whom you could depend on. That you were dependent on Miss Impact, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When she passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected him of hiding Mr. Pat's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want him gone. Me? Mr. Pat's was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? She's sweating bullets. True, I'm a woman who only lives in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews, this one thing is the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. Probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, do you? Please, Miss Andrews. All I want to know is the truth. After she passed away, I heard someone had hidden her suicide note, and that someone was Vaughn. Without her, I became scared, everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to him to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep on the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, and one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret, please. Miss Andrews? If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to go than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews. I guess she's the overthinking type. I know how that feels. I know how that feels. I can relate. Not a good feeling when you overthink. She probably never said anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Mr. Andrews had been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Mr. Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It suddenly appeared in my handbag. Mysteriously went in her bag. What is it? Look like a seashell? That's what it looked like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Miss Engard in your capable hands. Okay. I guess we go to the offices. Well, I think we gathered all we can. What about Mr. Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearl, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? I'm just worried about you. Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am. You don't look fine. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. You don't look fine to me. Let's go to the offices right now. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Mr. Andrews has a motive. You mean Mr. Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one who discovered the victim's body. Clever. I'm the transceiver. Hello? Wright and Kill offices. With their attorney, you're not answering the phone. Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. That means she's okay, which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a trick or twiddle, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Maya, is that you? Maya! Damn it, he cut me off. What the Maya said, ask my sister, didn't she? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Oh, she's here, she's here! I have a message from Maya, so come ask me anything you want about her. How's Maya? She's safe for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how do you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya told for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I don't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to enter the phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her. Darby, and I could really go for some apple pie. Apple pie sounds really good right about now. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't gonna... Oh, I'm not gonna die. I wonder if you're with Nick right now. I have that same card that Adrian has. Huh? Someone dropped the card here. Kind of feels like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Drat, it's locked. But the door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or stiff piece of cardboard. Then except they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card around that I could use. Ah, that's it. The shell card. Oh, I remember like back then when I was in like high school. Someone did that when the door was locked and they were being impatient for the teacher, so they used the card to unlock the door or open the door. And it worked. If I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm gonna heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. Alright, that's pretty much it for now. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button below and subscribe for more videos to come. See you guys later. Bye guys.